Yeah. No. Okay. Sure, whenever you're ready. Yeah, we can take the names whenever. Okay.
Hello? Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to get started here pretty soon. I'm going to give them the names that we're going to be using for your characters. And then we'll get started here. Okay, so it looks like... got a lot of scrolling to do. Okay, Cecil is going to be Carl.
C-A-R-L?
Yes, correct.
Whoops.
Carl the Black Knight.
Kane is going to be Hotbot.
Nice.
Finally.
Capital H, capital B. One word. So you guys ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Rosa is Lau, I guess. L-A-U, L-A-U. First L capital. Rydia is going to be Trixie. Tella is going to be Pesto.
Goes well with the breadsticks.
Edward is going to be Ferric, F-E-R-R-I-C.
It's an iron spoon he's been using.
Yang is going to be Yangus, Y-A-N-G-U-S.
Core blimey.
Palom is going to be. It looks like it's probably going to be. It's Quake Kid, but it's Q-U-A-K-I-D, all capitals.
Yes.
Quake Kid is life.
I think we refer to him as Quack Kid.
Quack Kid.
We do.
There you go.
Q-U-A-K-I-D?
Q-U-A-K-I-D, all
Okay.
caps. Yep. Porum is named Rivers. I'm sure he's going to enjoy that. So Sid did not get bid on, so I guess you can either leave him or name him whatever you want.
He said.
Edge is Gambit. And Uncle Mop is Fusro Da instead, but that's capital F, small s, capital R, small O, capital D, small A. And I believe that's everybody.
That's what I heard. All right.
So you just will...
And of course, the one character that did not get a name in the
was
bid
it?
war
Oh,
is
wait.
our starting character.
There is a name for Sid apparently.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
So Hotbot for Sid also, yep.
Okay. Did he pay for it? All right. I think that's everybody.
Okay. So you can go ahead and give me a countdown when you're ready, and we'll get
Cool.
this started.
Well, I think just really quick,
Yep.
I'm just going to do a quick introduction.
Sure.
So I'm Moonblazewolf. I go by Blaze. This is Simbu. On our couch, we have Rex Raoul, and we have Hotbot. Rex is going to help with the commentary, and Hotbot is going to be doing our tracking for us tonight. Just a little bit about the Free Enterprise Randomizer before we get started. I'm sure a lot of the other details will get explained as we're going along. But I think most people know what a randomizer is. Specific to our randomizer, our character pickups are randomized. The treasure that we collect is randomized. The bosses and their locations, which boss appears in which location is randomized. And then something called key items, which are the things that we need to progress through the game. Those are all randomized. And it's called Free Enterprise because we are starting with the airship at the beginning of the game. So we're going to see us both grab the airship and get going pretty quickly. Another thing that I should explain is this is a co-op race. Although Simbu and I do have little bragging rights as far as who finishes first or second, we are going to be helping each other. So if you've seen co-op races before, the idea is we're going to be tearing the seat apart and trying not to overlap as much as we can, and we're going to be completing it as fast as possible. To sort of up the difficulty level for ourselves, we have all possible key item locations available to us, which I believe translates to about 58 different key item locations.
Somewhere in that range.
So yeah, so we'll be doing a lot of checking in a lot of different places. Even if you've seen a lot of free enterprise, you may not have seen this specific key item distribution, so it might be a little bit different for you. Aside from that, if you've been following our free enterprise league at all, the flags are very similar to that. If you're curious about the game anymore, we have a website, ff4fe.com. You can go ahead and check that out. And I don't know. I think that's about all I wanted to mention before we got started.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got to chime in real
covered
quick. So I guess we
Absolutely.
did get in a last-minute donation before
Oh,
I closed it.
gosh.
I didn't see it.
Yep.
So Tella's name is actually Simbu.
Oh, poor
So you need to
Pesto.
fix that real quick. And for those curious, I'm your host, Velociraptor42. I'm also part of the community.
Yeah.
And I will be reading the donations and maybe potentially tossing in a comment or two.
Please send us lots of donations. As we're
Well,
playing.
I mean, if they show up, I will send them.
Yes, absolutely.
So you guys in chat know what you need to do.
Oh, that reminds me. One other thing for our live studio audience. We like applause. We are not. This is a showcase/competitive run, so we want lots of applause, lots of cheering. So anytime you see us beat a boss or do something cool, feel free to make some noise. So, all right. Anything else, Simbu, before we get started on our journey?
No, I think you covered everything really well, so
All
I'm
right.
ready if you are.
Do you guys want to hold to a countdown from 5? Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And we're off.
I'm hoping for Simbu.
Old man team. Nope, we got Lao Lao.
We got some Lao Lao here.
This is a pretty good start. And we've got Octomom with a defense sword. So, all right, I think we're off to the races.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go first?
Same as always, I'm going to go up to Dampian and then go clear out Antlion.
Okay. I'm going to find us a bunch of treasure and items. So, hey, Rex, do you want to kind of explain the Japanese items, since a lot of people who have only seen the vanilla game may not know much about those?
Yeah, when they ported this game over to the United States, they had to dummy out some items for us dumb Americans. So a lot of these items are actually really, really powerful, and we've been able to bring them back into this game. So we're going to be looking for items like illusions and other really good ones that I can't think of right off the top of my head because I'm so excited about the start of the run.
Starvels.
Star
Sirens.
veils, moon veils, hourglasses.
Sirens.
Yeah, very useful items that'll be able to either get through bosses or get through grinding a lot faster than we would without them.
Yang and a moon boss and Baron.
Okay. Not much in Dampian.
Okay.
Yeah, so already we see the two runners splitting up. They're going to try to divide and conquer. They don't want to cover the same ground unless they absolutely have to, or there's a particularly good item. Like if they find a really good bow for Rosa, then they might want to go have the other person go and pick that up.
Absolutely. And I'm going to do our first shop check here.
I gotta take them.
And
What'd you get? I missed it.
Simbu finds Simbu.
Okay. I don't hate it. So I got cabins and cure 2s in the Baron shop.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, another thing that's randomized are what items are in the shops. So we're going to do a lot of hunting on the shops to try to find those J items, and also some useful items like cabins and cure 2s that were available in the regular game too. There are a couple of very good uses for kamikazes. We'll see if they come up today.
One of them actually involves the Dark Elf, just not in this spot. There's a Sorcerer's Robe and a Charm Rod in Silvera.
Okay. I wish I had an hourglass right now so I could show it off. You
There's Hourglass 1s in Silvera.
Yeah, once this Dark Elf transforms into the Dark Dragon, it becomes susceptible to the Stop spell, which Hourglass has cast. It's also susceptible to Weak, but we don't have anybody who could cast that right now.
I kind of want that Tella, honestly, or that Simbu.
Yes, the Tella or Simbu in this run is actually a very useful character, especially in the early run, but has uses throughout the course of the run. There's just other characters who also provide good uses that are often better than Tella. Or Simbu.
So we're doing a little bit of build-up here before we kind of start attacking some of these key item spots. Simbu's kind of working on his party, and I'm mainly working on our inventory and knowledge.
There we go.
There's a black belt and a dragon whip in the Troya Treasury.
No Rydia yet, though.
Well,
Another class of items in the J items are attack items. Items called like Boreas or Gaia Drum that kind of mimic a spell, and they can be very effective at early bosses as well. So you're probably going to be trying to find, if they're able to find some in chests, those will be very useful early on.
Starveils are in Troya.
Okay.
We see one of the good uses of an early Simbu is the access to the exit spell, so that Simbu, the player, can warp out of there instead of hoof it out.
That's not going to get confusing or anything.
No.
So we got a couple donations if we got some time.
I got stopped.
Go for it.
What's that?
Go for it.
Okay. So we've got $10 from Penguinator, who says, good luck to the mighty quacks.
Hey.
Thanks, Penguinator.
We have $20 from Little Sharky that says, hoot boot hype. And we have $10 from Invenerable. And he says, I just wanted to hear Velociraptor talk some more and help make Torum equals rivers. Good luck to Blaze and Simbu. Can't wait for the run. So this was a few minutes ago. We got $25 from Big Daryl 1986 that says, gotta show some love for the live free enterprise. Good luck to Moonblaze and Simbu on the run, and can't wait to hear Rex on the comms. Put this towards Roxy's choice because Simbu and Blaze have enough to do.
One thing I just want to... Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
One thing I just thought of really quick. This is the first time anybody's ever done live co-op of this game in a marathon before, and I think that's pretty cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That deserves a little applause. So we also now have $10 from Kelladorn that says, love these Final Fantasy IV free enterprise runs. Final Fantasy IV was always my favorite game growing up and happy to donate to a great cause. And then finally, we have $10 from Ben that says, good luck, Blaze and Simbu. Also, throw Kirby.
Oh.
Thanks, everybody, for your donations.
Yeah, lots of representation from the free enterprise community. Always good to hear them show their love here.
Thank you for throwing gently, whoever that was.
Yeah, that was your boy Hoot Boot.
So we see a boss here, another boss on Simbu's screen. At the bottom of the Antlion Cave, we've got Mylon and the Ghasts. The way that the bosses work is they're scaled to the difficulty based on stats on where they're found. So even though Mylon and the Ghasts are usually found on top of Mount Ordeals, a little bit stronger than the Antlion, their stats are scaled down to match the pitiful Antlion. This should not be a difficult fight for Simbu.
Did you check the back of Hobbs?
Yeah. There was an Hourglass 3.
Oh. Well, I'm already halfway there. I might as well just go loot it.
We also saw Simbu make use of one of those attack items, the Blizzard. Notable that it's of a class of items that the amount of damage it does is based on the hit points of the character who uses it. So since Simbu had Hotbot use the item, and Hotbot starts with a lot of HP, it's able to clear out all those gas in one shot.
What's there? Anything good? I'm kind of running out of stuff to do.
The Legend Sword.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Okay, yeah. Now's a good time to bring up exactly what we need in order to win, because the
Yeah.
Legend Sword is a very important item in this. We are playing with what's called the V1 flag, Variation 1, where in order to get the crystal that transforms Zeramis into its final form, we need to actually forge it. And so we'll need the Legend Sword and the Adamant, which you usually forge into the Excalibur in the vanilla game, but in this version, it's going to forge into the crystal that we need. So the Legend Sword is extremely important. What else we're going to need is a way to get underground. That's either going to be the Magma Key or the Hook. And we're also going to need a way to get to Zeramis himself, and that's going to be through either the Darkness Crystal to go through the moon, or the shortcut that's built into the free Enterprise game with the pass.
Gotta buy all those Hourglass 1s for all the trap chest.
I know, I got a lot already. Coffins and Sirens in Mysidia.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, that's a good find.
I think I'm going to go do that. I think I'm just going to go ahead and come get that Legend Sword now,
Okay.
because I'm running low on funds.
There was a little bit of money there, not very much.
We haven't found any good items yet, really. Whoops, I don't need to go there.
Yeah, a lot of, especially the early and even the middle part of this game, is making sure that you've got money to buy all those great J items that we talk about in the shops, because they ain't cheap. Simbu now heading over to the next kind of logical key item check, and that's the defense of Fabul Castle. And it looks like
Ooh, no,
Valvalus is the
no,
boss.
What was it? Oh, Val. No, bad.
Simbu
Run
wants
away.
no part of Valvalus at Fabul.
Val at football has 5 defense multipliers with 70% evade, so Sid's not going to do any damage there. And if Sid's not doing damage, no one's doing damage.
We have ways around Val. It's just going to have to wait till later.
Yeah, Sid is the starting character, is usually very nice because he starts at a much higher level than most of the characters do. And so even with his wooden hammer, he can do considerable damage at the beginning, and he's got a lot of HP as well.
I feel like I can go handle Eblin Castle if you want.
Whoa. Are you telling me to do ordeals?
If you want, otherwise I can do ordeals.
I'm going to do Flame Dog since I'm right here.
Okay. I'd rather do ordeals then.
So now the runners are going to be going and checking some of those trap chests. Most of the trap chests in this game have monsters in them that are vulnerable to the stop spell, which can be used with an hourglass item. And so having found a source of those hourglasses in the shops makes it so that you can check these chests with relative safety. Oftentimes they'll get their first barrage of attacks off before the hourglass sets in, but as long as you can survive that, you're going to be good.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm a little concerned about is I didn't find any wizard mage killing gear yet. Although to be fair, I haven't really been looking that hard.
Did you find life potions yet?
No.
Okay.
So they're either in Agart or Kaipo. Because, I could go do Kaipo and missed.
Okay.
Life potions, one of the items that are guaranteed to be in a shop in the overworld, so you don't need to get underground access or moon access before you see them.
Oh, my body.
And here we see the Flame Dog chest. Not going to be too difficult. Opens with that fire attack, which isn't too bad. After the one physical attack, Rosa gets that, or Lao gets that hourglass off, and now the Flame Dog is basically just a little flame puppy.
Rex, do you want to, aside from the Legend Sword and the Adamant, do you kind of want to talk about how progression works in this game?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the items that we're going to be looking for are going to be progression items. So
What was it?
if
A
you've
diamond
got,
shield.
Okay.
if you find something like, for example, the Baron Key, that's going to open up another couple of key items checks within there. And so a number of the items that you find are
Where
going to
are
be
you?
progression items like that.
Oh, yes.
And so
arrows.
we're going to be looking for those in addition to what we spoke about earlier as far as the ingredients in order to get to and defeat Zeramus. You may have to go through different routes depending on what progression items you're able to find and where those items are behind them.
You're here too? We're in the
I
same
saw
place?
you fighting the mute arrows, and I was like, he has to be here.
All right.
No life potions, please.
And now
Since
we'll,
you just left.
we'll see if Blaze
Nope.
can avoid
They're
the
an
Kuiper
Aggard.
lady.
I mean, we both need them. I don't know why you would be rooting for them to not be here. Wait,
Wait, you missed something.
are they in Fabul?
I reset out of football because there was a vowel, so probably.
Well, there's also life potions there, clearly. What was in Agart?
Illusions and ethers.
Okay. Illusions are really good as well. We're going to need a lot of those, probably.
This shows why communication between team members is very important.
Simbu and I are one of, I don't want to say we're the original co-op teams, we're one of the original co-op teams. We did a community event last fall called the Twinvitational, and it was kind of like a little pilot project to see if this co-op format could actually work competitively, and it actually has become a community favorite. And we were one of the, I think four teams that
Yeah.
were in the Twinvitational? Yeah. Okay, I'm going to Eblin, you're going to Ordeals. Okay.
Again, you see how it's important to divide and make sure they're not going to the same place, even though before then they were going to the same place.
It happens sometimes. And
Yeah.
we've already gone to the same place twice because we both got the Legend Sword already too, so.
Yeah, I mean, there are places that you're going to have to do, that both runners are going to have to do. But then there are places where it's like, if it ends up you find one of these progression chains and there's nothing at the end of it that's required, it's best to only have one of the two runners do that. I mean, it's best to have zero of the two runners do that, but
Yeah, that would actually be best, so. So I'm in Eblin Castle now. There's actually 3 trap chests here. They're a little dicey, but we should be fine. Simbu gets to fight 3 bosses, which is also hard.
No, they're not hard unless they're Wyvern or Golbez or Back Attack Plague.
If they're hard, we know you don't actually need to be there.
yeah, all of the 3 battles in Evelyn Castle are susceptible to the hourglasses.
Oh, no.
So as long as you can survive that opening barrage, you should be good.
And I should be fine. I did something called back row glitching my characters, which basically means it's not really I don't know how to define glitches in this game. They're a little bit different than a lot of other games. There's a glitch in the game where if you equip a long range item and then unequip it, your character will keep the long range flag essentially. So you'll continue to do damage for the rest of the game as though you had a long range weapon equipped.
This is really useful for characters like Sid and Cecil, who can use their powerful short-range weapons as though they were like bow and arrow.
Yep. Also, pretty quickly here, not this fight, but I'm going to be doing something called the life glitch on some of these chests, hopefully. So that might be another glitch to explain. There's not a lot of... This is actually more or less a glitchless run, but there's a couple things like that, so...
Yeah, I think both the back row glitch and the life glitch, more so than glitches, are kind of programming over, just like they didn't think it was going to happen. So,
Yep.
but the life glitch, I'll go over that real quick. When a monster dies, as it's dying, if you throw a life potion or cast a life 1 spell at it, the spell or the potion works as intended in that it revives the monster. How many hit points that monster gets revived is based on its vitality stat. In this game, every monster has a vitality of 0, so they get revived at 0 hit points, and so they instantly die again, and you get credit for that kill. So you get If you're able to get the life glitch off on a monster, you get twice the experience.
How's our deals going so far?
Oh no. You had to say something.
Oh, man.
So I've got a super easy fight here, CPU. The problem with CPU is it's slow.
Ooh, I just found the twin harp.
Okay, have fun.
We love the twin harp in the free enterprise community. One of the things that you all bid for is randomized music. And that's what the twin harp plays. So I think we're gonna be able to do that pretty quickly here.
And I believe this is guaranteed new music, right?
It is.
Yes.
Yep. I don't know how many songs there are. We know how many Zeroma sprites there are, which is the other bid war that you all did. But there's a lot of twin harp songs in the game as well. They've all been curated and put in by some of our more creative community members like Scala Kitty. And we'll be showing off one of those here pretty quickly, I think. I think the music was Zelda, right? Music was Zelda.
Yeah.
So it'll be a Zelda song. We do not know which song. That did 1 damage. I'm dumb. Here's the first life glitch, by the way.
Well, 1 is more than 0.
Good job, Tella. You helped. Well, actually, that's not going to help anymore either.
Good job, Simbu, you helped.
Yep.
So I got a couple of donations if got some time there.
Go for it.
All right, so we've got $5 from Girl Named Captain that says, yee ha ha ha. And then Captain B. White donates $13 and says, just wanted to add to my earlier donation to say that co-op free enterprise truly warms my heart. Nothing is better than seeing 2 runners team up to destroy a seed. Everybody grab a friend and join us in the Free Enterprise Workshop Discord channel.
Thanks, captains.
We have cookies. No, literally, we use cookies as like a currency system in our Discord. So,
What you getting there, Blaze?
Are they Radia cookies?
she does do that sometimes. I got a white spear.
I've got a defense sword, so I don't really need that.
I sold my defense sword because I like to live dangerously.
Interestingly, those mad ogres that Blaze just recently fought are, in fact, mage-type enemies. So bust out your mute arrows and rune axes. They do quadruple damage.
Yeah, they were the very specific reason why I was so happy to see those mute arrows about 5 minutes ago.
There's a lunar staff up on Ordeos if you want to do it.
Oh, man. And Tella's going to recall all his memories as well. That's
Yeah.
exciting. Actually, hold on. Do I have Berserk? I do.
Berserk, one of the more useful spells outside of the curing spells that the white mages have access to. Being able to Berserk a physical attacker buffs their attacks, their attack and their speed. Very useful. And
Well-
we see the life glitch again there on Blaze's screen.
At least your Tella's going to be like, know the good spells now.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and buy some more ether so I can de-machine grind. I learned Meteo.
Simbu learned Meteo.
Don't use it here. Use your powers wisely, Simbu.
If Simbu casts Meteo, he's going to die. So just don't do it.
We may have a way around that later, actually.
We might.
We'll see. I found the hook. It is in that chest right there in the
Okay.
middle. That might be our path underground, by the way. So this is definitely a good time, maybe, Rex, to kind of explain about progression.
Yeah. So in order to get to the underground portion of the world, you're going to need one of 2 items. For those running the seed, they're probably going to want the magma key, which they can dump in a well in Agart, open up a hole, and just fly the airship down into the underworld. No muss, no fuss. However, for those of us not playing but watching, we might like that magma key not to be found, because the other route is through the hook that Blaze just found at Eblin Cave, or excuse me, Eblin Castle. Through that, you can use the hovercraft to get into Eblin Cave, where you do get an extra shop, you do get an extra character, you do get 2 trap chests that could potentially have key items, but it also has a way to the underworld blocked by 2 bosses. The first one isn't usually that difficult, but it can be. The second one is can be notoriously difficult depending on what boss is there.
Indeed. Did you get your twin harp too, or just the hook?
Just the hook so far. You can do twin harp.
You want me to do twin harp?
Yeah.
Okay. I can do that. But what if I want the hook character first?
I mean, I'm not gonna stop you, but did you find all 3 trap chests already?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
It was twin harp, white spear, and hook. One thing Rex didn't mention that's not going to come up this time, but I do just want to mention for folks that are watching, we turned safety checks off for progression. So in theory, we could have found the darkness crystal first, which is the way that we get to the moon, and then that would have been the only way we would have gotten off of this rock. So in a way, I'm actually kind of glad that that wasn't what happened, but...
I mean, we have Simbu, though.
We do have Simbu would be able to help out, actually, if that was the case, so... So I think I'm going to at least check the character here, and then I'll see about that twin harp.
I guess I can do the trap chest.
Okay. Thanks.
And see, even when they're going into the same place, having only one of the players check the trap chest can save time overall.
Ooh, so glad.
Since if this was a competitive race against other teams, it will be combined time by both runners for finishing, like for results based. Of course, in those situations, you're not able to see the other person's screen like we are here. So this is definitely more of a showcase than what would be a traditional co-op, but a lot of the same sort of logic follows. And strategies as well. We see the silk webs for sale in the Eblin shop. One of the more useful items against really difficult bosses. When you use it, it casts basically the slow spell twice on them, and so it can really slow down really fast bosses. And so, especially the last boss, Zeramus, it's extremely useful on in order to make it so he doesn't cast this devastating Big Bang spell as much.
We got Dark Imps, and I believe that is
That's
a
our-
Quack Kid.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. We love Quack Kid. So can I go fight the Dark Imps now? Since they're easy? No. I'll go do Twin Harp. Palom is our unofficial team mascot, because our team, when we did the events, was the Mighty Quacks, because we both love Palom so much.
Yeah, Palom being a very good black mage, he learns Quake, which we abbreviate to Quack quite often, quite early, and it's just such a useful spell. Very high damage and hits all enemies. Just extremely useful.
So I'm going to go check that Twin Harp now. I just want to double check, do we have game audio on my feed for that?
Yeah, if we could switch the gain audio, that'd be great.
Because y'all donated for it.
Yep,
So.
I'll switch it over when you get there.
Awesome.
Ooh, rat tail.
Spicy.
Spicy rat tail soup tonight.
Enjoy your fetch quest.
Yeah, in the vanilla game, you trade in the rat tail for the adamant over at the adamant grotto near Silvera.
That'd be fine if that happened this time, actually, too.
Yeah, I bet the runners would love that. But it could be any potential key item or not, because with key items spread across lots of different places, places where you would normally get a key item aren't necessarily guaranteed to give you one, of course.
So, Simbu, what's your favorite Zelda game?
There's so many good ones. I have to say, out of nostalgia, that Ocarina of Time, just because that was my first one. I literally learned how to read through that game.
Okay. There's some pretty good Ocarina of Time earlier, I believe.
Yeah, we saw some Master Quest.
Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to wait for Simbu to die a horrible death here. We're in the Magnet Cave, so all my other characters have some sort of metal item equipped. Oh,
We're still working on getting that audio over.
okay.
Worst case, I guess I can do it as well.
Yeah, we'll get an encore if this doesn't work.
Ooh, I found a crystal.
Okay. Crystal ring, not
Yeah.
bad. What does the crystal ring do?
The crystal ring, first off, it gives +5 agility, which is crazy good. Well, let's listen to Encore first.
Well, we're still not on it, but as soon as we can, we'll hear DJ Spoonie B's Rockin' Tunes.
I'm willing to wait a minute here. It's a good song. I won't spoil it, so we'll see it in a second here. I just lost my game audio. It's back now.
They sent the game audio to me, so I was hearing it. I don't know.
I'll wait a minute. No. Okay.
It was a good song, though. They're missing out.
I know. Well, how about let's plan on an encore.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll do this. We'll come back and do this later. Oh boy, I might not. Okay, I was worried that was going to be bad.
So Simbu's picked up his Quack Kid and has now made it into Upper Babel. Since we saw it earlier, we know that the second fight is going to be the Dark Imps. That's a relief for the runners because they're basically a free fight. They're susceptible to stop via the hourglass items. You can also use almost any sort of status on them. So you can use coffins, you could use like a mini spell on them. They just can be dealt with in so many different ways. The first fight there still might be difficult.
Why are you casting stone?
I used recall.
Oh.
This spot is extremely, extremely high magic defense, so I really can't do much damage with anything other than Sid and maybe Rosa if I berserked her, but it's kind of not really critical. So.
And we see the other trap chest here in Upper Babel, the 4 Mad Ogres chest.
I'm actually leaving Palom dead on purpose here.
Yeah.
Just a little note. I'll explain that later if it comes up.
And we could see the quad damage from those mute arrows from Rosa on Simbu's side. Blaze has now defeated the Pale Dim. And we'll see if he remembers to go up and grab the item.
I will.
Rip.
Aww.
I
Well, you don't have to come here, but you have to come here. So.
It's not the white dragon we were looking for.
That is true. I'm going to drop a save here and leave it, so.
So that Mad Ogre's chest was a key item check, of course, but it's also a really good source of experience right before these 2 bosses. If you can life glitch 3 of them, get experience basically for killing 7 ogres when you kill 4. That's just a big chunk of experience at this point in the game. They're one of the best sources here.
I'm actually doing a quick boss check here, Rex. Looking for demist. Oh, I found water hag. Sorry.
Yeah, now Demist is one of these bosses. In the vanilla game, if you go to Edward and Toria, he'll give you the Twin Harp. For this flag set, we have what's called no free lunch, which means because in Free Enterprise you could just fly right over to Toria and get a key item, that's no fun. You should have to earn it. So Edward does not give you a key item, but that means that item has been replaced in the pool with the one which is on a hunt for the D-Mist. If you find the Dragon Mist, I guess that's D-Mist, Dragon Mist. If you find it, then you can return to Mist Village, talk to Rydia's dead mom, and she'll give you an item.
Elements, huh?
Yeah.
How's that working?
Something.
Okay, so would a crystal ring help me, do you think, or should I just roll down there?
It'd help a little bit, especially for the moon later, but I don't think you'd necessarily need it.
Okay. What was the Mad Ogre chest, by the way?
A shrunken.
Ew.
Now,
I sure am not getting that.
Simbu did not have a lot of characters alive at the end of that fight, but that's not that big of a deal for a couple of reasons. First of all, as we saw right there, you get a free heal right before this second fight in Upper Babel. The other thing is that first fight does not actually give any experience, so who cares how many people are alive at the end of it?
The characters care, Rex. The characters care.
Characters don't care.
So I'm sorry, guys. I brain farted on how to switch that, and then remembered as soon as you started the fight.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll get it again later.
But we do have a donation if we have a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, go
All
for
right.
it.
So we have a $30 donation from Frith42 that says "Free Enterprise Hype."
Hype.
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 Always hype.
And so now we see Simbu fighting these dark imps. Definitely not a difficult fight. We see you could use weak on them. That'll make it easy to take out. It's just they're so susceptible to everything.
They're technically not bosses.
Yeah, they're in the boss pool because in the tower cannon room, in the super cannon room in the lower tower of Babel, you would run into these three dark imps right before Yang does his heroic sacrifice. And those dark imps are the same kind of dark imps that you can run into in the underworld. They're normal enemies. But since that super cannon room is tied to a key item in Free Enterprise, we kind of cycled those dark imps into the boss pool. So they might not be legit bosses. And there's a couple of other bosses in the game that kind of fall into that same category where they're not necessarily bosses, but they're in that pool.
I just realized I haven't done Baron Inn, and I kind of want a fifth character.
Oh, yeah. You should do Baron Inn.
I should. And I want a crystal ring anyway.
So after defeating those two bosses, Simbu is now officially in the underworld.
What's nice about taking the hook route is you can actually come down here and see who you're going to fight at the top of the tower, and we see another free fight. It's either Kaipo guards or Baron guards, so...
So, Simbu, you going to do a keyless tower check?
I would. I need a better hammer for Sid.
I found a silver hammer.
Okay. What about our Earth hammer?
No, I didn't find that yet. Oh, it's Yang. We'll find out who this moon boss is, though. Oh, it's that one.
Oh, baby.
That is definitely a moon boss.
I'm very dead. All right.
How bad do you want that 5th character, Blaze?
I mean, I want to try it because the problem isn't so much this fight, it's the next one where I'm only going to have one character alive. We have some ways of doing, agility manipulation, but a lot of them involve a curse ring, which I do not have right now. So, can I run buffer on this spot?
Technically, but I don't think you're going to get it unless you turn the battle speed down.
I did turn the battle speed down, though.
Then maybe. You run buffered before you got a turn, though.
I know. I did both. I wanted to be extra sure.
Yeah, hey, it worked.
No, it's okay. It worked. That's how we do Wyvern sometimes. Hey, there we go. Oh, no, this is not good.
No, this is fine.
Actually, I have lit arrows. I might be okay.
You did get that crystal ring for Rosa, right?
Not yet.
Then it's a little less to find. Just a little.
You got this, Rose. I believe in you.
Going with the Berserk on Rosa here means it's all up to fate now.
I don't think this is going to work.
Yeah, you're fine.
No, I'm dead.
Oh, ouch.
I'm so
yeah.
dead.
You did this to yourself.
I did. Hold on.
No, you're dead.
No, he might. I'm dead.
I mean, he's going to use Odin, and it's going to hit for 180 or 200.
Or he could just kill me there.
Didn't
Yeah.
even get to Odin.
Okay. See, this is what I get for forgetting Baron in and being like, oh, I should go do Baron in. I get like 2 of the, well, Odin's not that hard, but I need to adjust a little bit.
Odin's tough with only one character with like 600 HP.
Yeah. I know how to make this fight better.
What I'm curious is, where did you say that you found those sirens earlier?
I believe it was Mysidia.
Okay, that sounds right.
So if Simbu's going back up to the overworld to get those sirens, I think we're going to see some eggs getting scrambled here.
For those who don't know, the siren items allow you to access some very rare enemies in the game. In particular, in the underground, we can find some eggs that just kind of sit there for some reason. We don't really know why you need a siren to find them, but when you do find them and kill them, you can get 34,000 EXP, which is really nice.
And the eggs only have about 1,800 HP, so it doesn't take a long time to mow them down either. They're also susceptible to coffins if you have got the money to cast or to spend on coffins to insta-kill them as well.
Are you trying that again?
Mm-hmm.
You know there's a reason why we say just give up at some point?
No, it'll be fine.
Did you not even run buffer this time? Living dangerously.
I didn't run buffer correctly the first time, actually, so. I still need Simbu to teach me how to do that.
You wait until a character's turn up and then you press the run button.
I know. I know.
Yeah, I'm also really good at not run buffering correctly, so I'm with you there.
We're going to try something different here. Also forgot to put Tella in the middle slot, which will actually work to my advantage now.
Yeah, I don't think it changes much at these levels. The accuracy bonus is nice. Rex, you want to tell them why we like people in the middle slot, especially Sid?
Well, there's a lot of reasons to want somebody in the middle row, but what you're talking about there is an accuracy bonus. Whoever's in the middle row gets a buff to the accuracy of hitting him, and Sid in particular, most of his weapons have really bad hit percent rates, and so getting that bump in accuracy makes him a lot more formidable as a bruiser. Like the axes and hammers are not very good.
Oh, oof, that was the one thing I was worried about. Hey, let's go. And I get Yang and... I get a slightly better Yang.
Yeah,
That is one of Yang's weapons.
get Yang, who is notoriously my favorite character.
Yes, Yangus, sorry. Got that prime Yangus beef going on tonight.
Man, Blaze, your puns are on point tonight.
I do what I can.
I mean, Yang is a meat shield.
Grade A. Alright, I guess I have to do the hook route now.
We have confirmed you have to do the hook route now.
We haven't found Demist yet.
You
Could
can
be-
always check the first spot in Zot.
I could go check all sorts of things that it's probably not at, but I think I'll just go ahead and go through the relatively easy bosses. The only thing I'm annoyed about is I didn't do ordeals, so I'm not going to have like Fire 3 on my Tella.
Ooh.
Big pickup from Simbu there.
What'd you get?
Darkness Crystal.
Oh, hello.
Darkness Crystal in the vanilla rat tail chest. All you need is underground access, and you can pick that up. It's a very quick pickup, easy pickup, and now we've got access to the moon and Zeramus. We've got underground access. We have a legend sword. The only thing we need for go mode at this point is the adamant, but that could be anywhere.
Yeah, and this gets kind of fun for us as runners now too, because we have access to every check in, well, except for the ones that are behind other key items. We have every check in the game available to us now, and so now we get to kind of divvy them up and figure out if Simbu's going to the moon or not.
I mean, I really want to show off that D machine grind, but I need someone to slingshot.
Yang?
You know what would be really nice? An Edward on the moon to slingshot.
There you go. You mean Ferric?
Ferric, yeah.
Ferric on the moon?
I mean, you know that's where you're going to find him.
Or you could get a level 1 Cecil.
Cecil would be okay. I would really like a crystal sword for my Cecil. We got a free boss in Bahamut here.
Thank you for reminding me. I need to turn my battle speed back down.
Yeah, Bahamut doesn't do a whole lot except countdown. Once the countdown's done, he'll use Mega Nuke, but as long as you can get some walls up, you're going to be good.
Okay. What was the other boss?
Baigen. So, no.
Yeah, Baigen is not fun in that spot at all.
Sorry, Rosa, I wasn't fast enough. This time we'll get it.
Ow.
One of the great things about running the game so much, you can start using a lot of vanilla knowledge. So I know this Bahamut has approximately 37,000 HP. So I know I need just one more reflected Mega Nuke to kill, which is some really nice information to get through these more difficult boss spots.
One other fun thing that I'm hoping to exploit here in just a second is Rubicant at this spot is technically a mage.
Ooh, spicy.
Yeah, Rubicant in his normal battle is not a mage, but in the elements fight he is.
That did not come across very well in practice. It's that great bow. We were talking about that in practice. Great bow, not that great.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Simbu found, ask and ye shall receive, Simbu.
So now you hope you get that Cecil on the moon.
Holy cow. Well, you did ordeals. You deserve it, buddy.
Now I have to go check. Should I do Twin Heart first and then go Moon, just so the people get what they want?
It's up to you. We can get it sooner or later or whatever.
I don't hear a loud reaction from chat. Do we want Moon or do we want Twin Heart?
I heard some Twin Harp. Music hype. Everybody loves music.
Let's see here.
Oh, by the way, I'm totally going to do a D-Machine grind, so don't worry about it.
I'm not worried.
I know Simbu really wanted to show that off. Did we find Ether 2s yet, though?
Yeah, right next to the Ether 1s. I told you about this, remember?
Which shop was it?
I believe it was Agart, because we thought that
yeah.
it was going to be life potions, and then I remembered Val. Oh,
Good, good. I need exactly 1 Ether 2.
you
so-
could actually go kill that Val and see if you could get your magma key instead of doing the Dark Imps.
But I'm right here, and it's Dark Imps. I do have to do ordeals, though, which I'm not happy about. Maybe I'll try Dwarf Castle and try to find Fu or something first. But then I'd have to leave Palom dead longer.
Just slingshot Palom on the Dark Imps.
Nah, that's not good enough.
You're gonna try to kill him with Yang?
But Yang is also very not doing great right now. I missed a life glitch on that. Whoops. I was a little too excited to kill my own characters.
Oh no.
There we go.
Oh, wait, I don't have Twin Harp. Blaze, where was Twin Harp?
It's in Evelyn Castle. You fool! That's actually what he says. Did you get to that part?
Yeah.
Did you check Employment Dwarf yet?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do a little bit of shopping around and checking around here. And in a minute, I'll explain what Employment Dwarf is, because we're not there yet. I know Rex is excited for that, so.
Very much so. My favorite part of any run.
Got to validate your run. See, Simbu, that's why you went to Twin Harp without the Twin Harp, is you didn't validate your run.
Probably. We said it was in...
I think it was the pot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
The good thing about coming back to these, I actually have Quake Kid. And the great thing about Quake Kid is he knows Quake.
Very early. That is why we love Quake Kid. Yeah, Palom learns Quake at, I think it's level 23. Which is absurd, especially with how powerful his wisdom stat is. I want to say Rydia learns it at like level 40 something.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's one of those kind of things that because we're playing the randomizer and not the original vanilla game, you get these kind of like fun, unintended consequences of that, and one of those is that Palom was really only supposed to be in your party for maybe like 3 dungeons or something like that. So because of that, they didn't really pay too much attention to when he got certain things, but it obviously makes a really big difference in the randomizer.
His HP growth is also so much better than Rydia's too.
Yeah.
Like, unless you find like an early Bahamut or Leviathan, like he just well outshines Rydia.
And don't get me wrong, I absolutely love Rydia, but Quack Kid though.
The
That
one-
is not what I meant to buy. I just bought 15 vampires. Oops. Oh well. I will suck your blood, Zeromus.
Actually, that's one of the things to make Eddy strats faster. You doing the Eddy strats today?
I'm not. That's all you, man. I guess I have to do Bahamut while I'm down here.
Well, if you want that crystal sword,
I hope that Baigen is good and doesn't have anything. Yes, I am fighting this intentionally with only one hit point on all my characters.
yeah, that if they were fully HP characters, the Mega Nuke, if the Mega Nuke hits, it's going to kill him anyways. 1 HP, full HP, doesn't really matter in the Bahamut fight.
Hi, Simbu.
Sid.
I hope I can do this fast enough.
Sid keeping me from the music. I'm sorry, Hotbot.
So, do we got the audio on Simbu then?
Yeah,
Cool.
we
we're
do.
good.
And now, for real, it's time for DJ Spoony B's Rockin' Tunes.
Heck yeah.
Thanks for making up for my silliness here.
I really hope those star veils didn't wear off. Okay, good. Hope they don't wear off again.
It's actually Gerudo Valley.
It's good, that's what it is.
Agreed.
What was the item here again?
Oh, crap. Oh, well. Okay, maybe I can't do that with 2 star veils. I can, I just need to not use both of them at the same time. But, okay, that's not going to work, so I'm going to have to come back for my crystal sword. Oops, but I'll make it up to everybody by going and checking Employment Dwarf now.
Excellent. 2 Easter eggs at the same time.
Let me know when you're done doing music. Oh, of course there's more star veils there.
Naming Way doing a good job of blocking Blaze there.
Everybody's trolling me right now. All right, Rex, I think you can go ahead and explain Employment Dwarf now.
There's a dwarf in Tomra, right here, who has a random occupation.
I think you're looking at
This
the
is
wrong
my favorite NPC in the vanilla game. In this town in a valley of rocks, video game accessibility expert.
So go ahead and finish explaining
Yeah.
what Job Dwarf is, and then I'm going to go ahead and explain why he had that particular job tonight.
Yeah, sounds good. So in the vanilla game, you go into that treasure room in a valley of rocks in a town surrounded by lava. That dwarf says, "I am a farmer." And I find that to be hilarious, so that's my favorite NPC. And I thought, what if that dwarf had a different job on every seed? And luckily, the people who work on this game thought, hey, that seems like a neat thing to put in, so they did. And so that makes me happy every single time I see it.
And just so you know the story behind that particular one, Rex, I decided for this one seed, a little bit of scheming behind the scenes. We made it not random for this run.
Sure.
And the reason why is because we wanted to give a shout out to Able Gamers for all the awesome work that they do. And so we came up with a job that we thought would be a good Able Gamer sounding job, and that was a video game accessibility expert. So Job Dwarf representing tonight.
Yeah, it seemed very appropriate. Very nicely done.
Yeah, definitely cheer for Able Gamers.
Yes, clap. I have a couple donations.
Go for it.
All right. We have $5 from PK4787 that says, This is to thank Simbu for explaining agility in the Kainazo fight the other night. Good luck, have fun, runner's choice. And then we have $10 from BG Rich 419 that says, thanks for organizing this fundraising event. Good luck, FF4FE runners, Moonblaze and Simbu.
And so Simbu is returned to Mysidia with the Darkness Crystal. That triggers the big whale scene. And so the big whale is the spaceship that the ancient civilization left in the water. Makes sense. And so we'll take that spaceship to go to the moon, where there's a whole bunch of trap chests, a whole bunch of bosses, a whole lot of potentials for key items, and hopefully the adamant.
There's also a lot of dragons up here, and I'm not particularly fond of those.
At least you have a crystal ring.
Thank goodness for the small things in life. And we got carrots.
Yeah, well, the Hummingways like their vegetables, apparently.
Have you found cabins yet? Oh wait, they were in Baron, weren't they?
They were, yes, I found them almost immediately. Why did I just Bacchus? Or, wow. I am so smart tonight.
It's okay, I was distracting you. You can blame it on me.
So
Backup strats.
using physical attacks on these D-Lunars triggers their more nastier script, where they use wall on themselves and bounce virus off each other. Luckily, luckily this is still a pretty easy spot, and hopefully,
Actually,
yeah.
we're going somewhere else.
the fact that they're undead, you can throw cure potions at them and take care of them pretty quickly in this spot.
Thank goodness for that.
So I found our dupe character.
Who is it?
We got more Yangus beef tonight.
Oh my gosh. 2-for-1 special on Yangs. So with our character flags, just so everybody knows, they're a little bit different than the league flags with the FF4 league that's currently going on. We do have all characters in the game, and we do have the possibility for dupes not allowed. So we're going to try to get a nice spread of characters, hopefully find as many of those characters that you bid on tonight. So we found our duplicate. That means every other character that we check from here on out is going to be a new character. There's a lot of spots where characters are still hiding out, by the way.
Yeah, characters, like, even though we got rid of the ones where you don't need to do anything, like the Waterway, like Mysidia, where you can get free characters, there still are quite a bit of spots to check for characters in the game, and a lot of them will be convenient at some point, too. If we were able to find the Baron Key or the Earth Crystal, for example, they lead to characters, and nobody's checked the Dwarf Castle character yet either.
I also haven't checked the Kaipo Bed character yet because that stupid NPC blocked me.
So you're saying there might not have been a Cecil on the moon, and you might have known it.
Yeah, that's true, actually. But we didn't know it was a dupe, so there could have been 2 Cecils. All right, this is working out pretty well for my D-Machine grind.
Right now I'm a little bit low level, so I'm going to go back Earth and clear up. We'll let Blaze take on the moon.
Hey, wait, what? I guess moon's in my name. It's okay. Yeah, I'll be ready to do the moon here in just a second. And I'm going to do a little trick that is going to get my Palom and my Yang to endgame levels in one fight. So look forward to that.
Meanwhile, I'm going to keep looking for my Cecil.
Wherefore art thou, Cecil? Did you check the Kaipo Bed?
No, I'm not checking Kaipo until I get Sand Ruby, at least.
All right. Oh, man. Poor Palom. Palom's time to shine is going to be very soon.
Palom has died a lot.
That's what happens when you only have 100 hit points. There's a lot for you to check on the underworld, thankfully.
Yeah, that keyless tower life.
Keyless Tower life.
Panless Sylph.
Yep.
I'm hoping for a curse string before I go into Sylph, but so far my luck's not been helping
You
me.
learn Meteo again.
Simbu learned video.
Did you only do the hair dryers up on the moon?
Yeah,
Okay, and did you check the Hummingway shop?
yeah, it was the carrots.
Ooh, Hummingway carrots. Very good for you. High in fiber.
So Simbu found the Magus sisters here. If you can see those mute arrows doing quad damage still. Another mage type boss.
All right, it's time for me to demachine.
What level are you shooting for?
Whatever 5 demachine fights gets me. I think it's 57.
Okay. So 10D machine kills total?
Yep.
So do you want to talk about that? Do you want me to say anything about this, Blaze? I'll leave it up to you if you want to.
I have to do some setup in my party, so I can kind of explain it a little bit. One thing there's the
Simbu found something interesting.
Mist.
It's Derek Mist.
There he is. The man, the myth, the legend. And Rivers. Oh, but you already have a good white mage.
Yeah.
You don't need a bad white mage.
I'm sorry, Hotbot. I need my agility anchor.
And it's not Tella.
Doing this just for Dimarine, I know that she's both going to love and hate this.
All right, so I need to do a little bit of setup here before I get going. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to actually make Tella good for a little bit. Tella is generally not good, but he's going to be good for just a few minutes here. And then he'll go back to being bad again. If you look at my levels, what you will notice is I have 28, 10, 27, 16, and 29. The important thing there is I have 3 characters that are 10 levels higher than my lowest 2 characters. There's something built into the randomizer that does not happen in the vanilla version of the game, but in the randomizer, it's kind of like a catch-up mechanic because we want to go fast. And it gives us bonus XP if somebody is under-leveled.
It's also good because if we don't want to just spend the whole seed grinding.
We don't. That's really, really boring. So I'm going to do this one grind fight, and then I'm not going to need to do anything else for the entire rest of the seed, hopefully. I hope I bought that one ether, too, that I was mentioning earlier.
I saw you in the town. see an
Yep,
ether.
there it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's going to happen is those under-leveled characters are going to get triple the experience of my my other 3 characters. And because I'm going to get so much XP for this one fight, they're actually going to slingshot over the level of my other party members. So it's not going to take very long. I just have to set up the fight properly, and I've got a little chart here to help me do that. But once I get this fight initiated, it's fairly safe unless I screw something up. And I will slingshot my other 3 party members. So here's hoping I don't screw it up.
Meanwhile, I just went and turned in the Demus kill for a key item. We talked about that earlier. It replaces the free key item that Edward usually has. Unfortunately, I got the Pink Tail, which normally gives you an adamant armor. We're playing on some tougher flag sets, so we're not going to get that adamant armor.
Ooh, this is the fight. I got it first try.
Nice. Instead, we're going to... forgot what I was going to say now. Great job, Blaze.
I'm sorry.
It's all your fault.
It is.
Something other than an adamant armor.
Oh, yeah. Something other than... And I might go check that later, but right now I don't really need anything, and usually it's a Drain Spear, and Drain Spears are great, but not really my cup of tea.
Oh yeah, my Palom is completely useless, or my Quack Kid is completely useless, I forgot. Well, no, I'll put him to work. I take that back.
So Blaze has a chart that he mentioned earlier in order to find this fight. Now, according to the chart, this should be the right fight. Now, once these beamers are taken care of, all that'll be left is the Searcher. Once the Searcher is hit with an attack, if this is the right fight, it should summon a D-Machine, thus D-Machine Grind.
Yeah, this is a really nice grind because of the catch-up EXP. Blaze mentioned he was going to try to kill 5D machines and life glitch them. That's a very, very nice 400,000 EXP. And then when you triple that because of the catch-up EXP, he's going to be very high level.
There we go.
There is the D-Machine that we are looking for.
So the nice thing about this is it seems pretty scary, but they are susceptible to weak, and that fire damage is percentage based. So it's never going to kill my party unless I screw something up. So there's one.
Meanwhile, I'm using some agility shenanigans that I've been doing a lot of practice of, using my Porom to find my Sand Ruby. So, but essentially I've got it queued up so that I'm able to cast Quake before any of the enemies are processed through the queue, which is really, really nice for Sylph Cave with all the monsters.
All right, that's two. Gonna do a reset of my cycle here because I was getting a little low on hit points.
Ooh. I got the pan.
Finding the pan in Sylph Cave is pretty nice.
It's a nice feeling. You can have another deal. All right, back to it. The nice thing too is that Searcher doesn't do anything in between rounds, so I can take all the time that I want to kind of reset things. But I don't want to take too much time because this is a speedrun, of course.
But it's better to take a little extra time and make sure you're ready to go. Three.
Actually, I need to use that Ether 2 now.
Yeah, Tella does have access to that weak spell, which is nice, but that weak spell does cost 25 MP, and with Tella only having 90 MP in his pool to start with, he needs a little help to get through this fight.
Ooh, there's... Oh, I got rid of my Sid. Never mind. Hey, Blaze, I found an Earth Hammer for your Sid to do Keyless Tower with.
Surely I don't need to do Keyless Tower.
I think I just found the Vanilla Toad Lady, too.
I don't want to know why you know which chest is which. All right, one more just to be safe. Good job, Simbu. I'm so proud of you.
Now, we mentioned earlier about the middle position increasing accuracy. It also buffs spell accuracy, and that is very important when dealing with a character as horrible as Tella. Because
You do not want Tella to miss.
Yeah, if Tella's in the top or bottom slot and he casts weak, it could miss.
Simbu, what are you doing over there?
I'm cooking some beef with beef.
Are you making Yang hit himself? Alright. And I'm just about done here. Just got to finish this thing off. And that's a D-Machine grind. And let's see here. We get on my 2 underlevel characters. Quake Kid gets 47 levels.
Yeah.
So that's level 57, and Yang's going to get probably 39 or 40 also. And now I have to... Palom just learned, or Quake Kid just learned his entire spell list at once, so... Yeah, 39 levels.
39.
There we go. And you don't need to see me grind anymore for the entire rest of the game. Oh, I should probably do the last arm chest while I'm up here, shouldn't I?
It would be a good idea.
Okay, I can do that. There's 1 trap chest in the giant as well, so that wasn't purely just to do my grind and show that off. We're gonna do a little more here.
There also might be a Cecil there too.
Oh, that is true, but I don't have the crystal sword, so... And I don't like to just whack on things with a crystal sword to take care of things, so... I do, but it's... I don't know. It's kind of like beating on things with a spoon. It just gets boring after a while.
Just so you know, there's Artemis arrows in football, since I never got to check that earlier.
Oh, did you just do the... Did you just kill Vivalis?
I just remembered I needed to kill Vivalis because there were unopened chests, and I'm like, wait, why are these chests not open?
Yep. I think I have 3 elixirs now, too. That's kind of nice. Where is this chest? Oh, I missed one. One of the funny things about randomizers is you get used to doing things in a certain direction, and I know for myself, if I ever have to do them backwards, I always screw up where stuff is. Hey, I found an Earth Hammer.
Rosa is not going to be held captive by Vivalis today.
Very nice. Sid is gonna, or Hotbot is gonna clean up on this last arm. Oh, maybe not. I think he just got stopped.
Yeah, the magnet does stop a character.
Yep. It doesn't matter.
Nuke does a lot of damage, though.
Nuke is why we did that grind. Oh, I got the pass.
Ooh.
So the pass, we definitely, I think we mentioned it earlier, but Rex, can you just explain why I'm so excited I got the pass now?
So right now, we need to find the adamant. Once we find the adamant, then we can go to Kokol's hut down at the bottom of the underworld and forge the crystal. Then head over to Zeramis. Now, the traditional way, which we have access to right now, is that darkness crystal. Well, that is a long walk to go all the way to the big whale, fly all the way to the moon, walk all the way down the lunar subterranean and the lunar core. It is just a long walk altogether. Why not take a shortcut? The pass lets you go right to Toria, into the bar, and there's a secret passage right to Zeramis, because, you know, if you're a bar owner and you've got a secret path to like a lunar monster, you better at least make sure that whoever is going to go there has a pass.
Indeed. And you can actually buy a pass in the vanilla game.
Yeah, it leads to like a club where there's a bunch of dancers that dance around Cecil. It's fun. It's way expensive.
And useless.
Yeah, you don't get anything over it other than the dance.
So now it's useful.
And free. All right, so I'm going to head to the bottom of the moon here. I need to re-equip my Palom now that Palom is good, and I'm going to strip Tella of all that good stuff I put on him. So thank you, Tella, for your service.
You probably don't care, but I just found a heroin robe.
I don't care.
The heroin robe is something that a lot of people probably don't even realize what it does in vanilla, because they find it on the moon and they're like, oh, I'm going to put this on my Rosa Iridia, And then they just can't explain why their Cure 4s are doing no healing anymore. It's a robe that is completely nerfs your magic power, but it gives you a bunch of agility and strength. It's literally a reclass from a mage into a fighter, as it can be thought of. And early game, if you find one, it's extremely overpowered. But right now, it's just my Rosa's hitting for casual 4,000 damage. So with lit arrows, nice.
Just lit arrows?
On the searchers for the quad 4 damage, but
Oh, yeah.
if I have to kill dragons, it's going to be really nice because I've got Artemis arrows that are even more powerful and are also quad 4 damage on dragons.
What bow do you have?
The Artemis bow, it was also in Sylph Cave.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that sort of set up the Artemis bow, Artemis arrows, heroine robe on Rosa is extremely powerful. I mean, it's not going to top Cecil with the crystal sword because that's insane. But you can definitely use her as a physical attacker in the Zeramis fight with that sort of setup if you'd like.
It's one of the swaggier things you can do in the game.
Yeah, you can do a similar setup with Rydia. Oftentimes, she prefers the Dragon Whip, and she can equip a Zeus Gauntlet to boost her strength even more if she's been transformed into an adult. Transformed. That's basically what happens in Free Enterprise.
Indeed. All right, I think I'm ready to do some lunar bosses.
Okay.
I don't know, you might need to grind a little bit first.
Nope, I'm good.
I mean, the bosses are tough.
Depends on what I find. I'm glad I didn't screw that up. Oh, that is not fun.
That's fine.
I do have a lot of hit points.
That is kind of a nasty spot for Ogopogo. Blaze's D-Machine grind should prepare him pretty well, though.
There's actually a couple. I can do a cool trick here, hopefully. Let me see if he stays alive. So Ogopogo is pretty awful because he counters all spells, ouch, with a bad physical attack. But if you bounce those spells, and this is actually true in a lot of parts of Free Enterprise, or FF4 in general, if you bounce your spells rather than direct cast them, it doesn't trigger any kind of counterattack.
Yeah, the nature of counterattacks in Free Enterprise is bizarre in that basically we do, and the thing is there's a lot of things that count as counters to attacks that you might not think, like in the Elements fight when the boss changes from Mylon Z to Rubicant, that's done as it's considered a counter. So if you can reflect spells onto the Mylon Z portion of the Elements fight and don't do anything else, it'll never change into Rubicant. It'll still die, which is great, but you never have to deal with that the dangerous fire spells that Rubicant can dish out in that. So it's another tactic that's in the arsenal of our runners.
Meanwhile, Simbu gets to fight the Kaipo guards fight, which is fine, I guess. It's a little easier.
I just got a lot of EXP. I think I got 10 key items if Rex wants to explain that to everyone.
Yeah, another thing that's born out of not wanting to tower key in the tower, pan
Wow.
in the Sylph Cave.
We're getting a lot of crazy combinations.
But another thing born out of not liking to just watch people grind, and if you're doing the running, not wanting to spend most of your seed grinding anyway, is that once you found 10 key items, all experience that you get from that point is doubled. So that means your eggs that you were cracking for 34,000 experience earlier in the game, now 68,000 experience a pop, and they're still just as easy to kill. So very nice thing. Runners will just love it when they get that 10th key item, so that then everything becomes that much faster after that.
It's also just, it creates some pretty interesting strategic decisions when we do competitive races as well. So it's not always just about going fast, but sometimes the developers do a great job of finding things like this that create tension between maybe choices that you could be making. So
Right, so if you got go mode, but you're at 9 key items, the question is, do I grind at regular XP, or do I do a hunt for a 10th key item and then grind at twice the experience? It's a tough choice sometimes, depending on what you've got left to do.
Mayang is also hitting himself.
In some situations, this karate fight can be a free fight, but you need Paladin Cecil in order to do that. Because if Paladin Cecil hits karate after the second kick, he says "ouch" and dies. Nuke can do a lot of damage though.
Oh, I found the adamant.
Okay.
It's at the
Plague spot.
plague spot. Yep.
I see that.
We haven't found Edward yet, though. Do we need to go
Uh,
looking for Edward for you?
I did find the Earth Crystal up here.
Okay.
Should I go find Eddie?
If you want.
Because we got a little bit of extra time right
We
now.
got some time.
You got the Sand Ruby too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Do you know what character it is yet?
No.
Okay. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Because I think I can go basically beat the game now.
I'd hope so.
There's a lot of stuff to do on the moon. I thankfully found that final item we need for go mode pretty quickly. So I am in go mode now. The only thing I have to do is I have to go back to Earth to forge my crystal. So I'm going to go do that now. And then since I already have the pass, I can actually just go right to Zeromus.
I guess I'll take Edge for now.
Okay.
I've got kind of a good team here. But Edge is really good, especially with all the ninja swords I've found so far.
Yeah,
And we gotta share the love, so...
that's right.
And we
Let's
get to show off Gambit.
I'm sorry, Yengus.
You had your turn.
I approve of ditching Yang.
I didn't find the nice cat claw because I didn't want to do Baron N since Blaze did it, but...
Oh, by the way, I'm winning the race. Whoops, let's not forget to do my crystal.
You get to hear the happy music of place when you give the adamant to Kogol.
Ooh, elixirs for sale.
So normally I would be going straight to the moon and getting that adamant, but there's a few... We have a little bit of extra time. I don't want to end up too fast, so we're going to show off some really special strats. You know what you should do since you're a little bit ahead right now?
What's that?
You should go check the giant.
For Eddie?
Yeah,
Okay, I can do that.
because I also have a Baron key, so if it's not here, it's kind of 50-50.
Yeah. I can do that. I'll just drop a save right here just come back.
I also haven't found a curse string, but I'm sure we can work around that.
There wasn't one in Kokol's shop, but Tella's pretty bad.
And bad is good sometimes.
We need Tella to be extremely bad for these Eddie strats to work. Okay, I'm going up. I'm just living in the giant on this seed.
So I don't know, you think Rex might want to talk about the agility anchor thing? Because I don't think anybody really has.
Oh, yeah, Rex. That's a fun one to explain, and we got a little bit of time, I think, while we're looking for Edward.
So when you're talking about being bad, what we're talking about mostly is going to be in regards to agility. Now, we mentioned a couple of times about the benefits of a character being in the middle position. That doesn't only extend to buffs in accuracy. The whole agility system of when characters and monsters take their turns is based around, well, in the vanilla game it's based around Cecil's agility. However, in this game, we don't have Cecil right now, and anyways, we've got what's called the -AA or agility anchoring flag, which means if Cecil's not in the party or what we're at, the character who's in the middle spot is whom all the turns are based around. Now, you can use that to your advantage early in the game by having a high agility character there, so that the other characters take less turns relative to that character and they get that done. But at the end of the game, when you're fighting monsters that are dangerous, that have really high agility, you want a character with a really low agility in there, so that all of your other characters take more turns relative to your middle character. That is also going to base the speed of the enemies around them. And depending on which boss it is and where they're at, different numbers of agility are better. There's relative agility numbers that I know Simbu knows way more about than I do. But in basic terms, lower agility in the middle position means everybody else goes faster.
Well, I found a new agility anchor.
Okay.
So I'm gonna finish this off. Especially, let's find all of the characters. We might as well.
Okay.
But
I found a free boss.
Hotbot is going to come back into the team. I'm sorry, Quake Kid.
Oh, that hurts.
And I'm sorry.
Trixie? Oh no, Trixie's coming in.
Trixie's coming in.
Yeah.
Lao Lao going out.
Let's see here. Inventory management is the final boss, the real final boss.
Yeah, when you're scrolling at the beginning of the game, it seems like you got so much room. You do not have a lot of room.
So let's put.
The alarms are blaring, and we found Rubicon to the second spot here in the Giant of Babylon.
Actually.
Why are you here?
Ha ha ha.
And we found Golbez.
It's Trollbez. This has got to be where Eddie is now. You already know.
But I already
he-
found my characters.
Yeah, you got the characters already.
Oh, so I'm finding Eddie. Why don't you just reset out then?
Well, we still
Because
have
I
Baron,
need.
Baron Castle and the package,
Oh,
right?
true. Well, we can do this too. So if you don't find him here and I don't find him here, I can finish the game, and then in the end credits it'll say where the Baron key is.
I already have the Baron key.
Oh, well, what's the last one?
The
The
package.
package.
Oh, well, I can figure out where the package is, and then we'll get you, Eddie. We want to do a little bit of a showcase as well about how you do some of this crazy stuff, basically that Simbu has found. So
Well, I'm going to correct you there. Kirchen was the first one to found it, but I really like the strat, so I try to use it as often as possible, and I'm dead right here because of Trollbez, but it's okay. We're going to get Trixie and Hotbot on the team.
okay. And I'm gonna find Edward. He's gonna lead me out of this exploding giant. Just you
Unfortunately,
wait.
I have to redo
So-
the plague fight.
So the Giant of Babel is two big, strong bosses,
It's
And-
your boy.
and you don't get a
I don't have
kid.
any use for this guy. All right. I'll leave it just because I think I got a couple levels that I might have needed there. Rough landing. Especially for Tella. He's got some bad knees, I think.
That explains his low agility stat.
Oh, we found Carl. So thank you, whoever donated for Carl. I appreciate that, but I'm not going to keep Carl.
Hi, Carl. Bye, Carl.
Yeah.
Boo.
And if it's so important to you, Simbu, you know where to find him. Alright, I think I'm good to go do Zeromus now. And then you can do Baron, and I'll figure out where the package is, hopefully afterwards. Does that sound like a plan?
Okay.
Alright.
That's assuming that Simbu can defeat Golbez.
I believe in Simbu. Let me make sure I'm all set up properly here. Because I don't think I have a curse ring.
You do not.
Yeah. It shouldn't matter.
At
Ooh.
18, that's a little bit high. You should have taken Seiso. He only has 13 at level 1.
That's okay. We're gonna make this work anyway. I don't think Quake Kid's dying to anything, so let me just change 1 or 2 things here.
I mean, he's only level 61.
The only other thing could be, yeah, I was gonna say like my Rosa might have really good agility, so yeah, we're gonna actually put 29 Rosa in the middle
Okay.
and do that instead. That seems better. Yep.
So whereas, like, in general, a lower agility in the middle is preferred, there are certain breakpoints, and this is especially known in the Zeramis fight.
I'm gonna interrupt you right there for a second, Rex, because we have a very important question that we always have to ask in the free enterprise community
Oh, absolutely.
when we get to this point, and I'm gonna go ahead and let you ask it.
Whose butt are we going to kick tonight? For it is butt time.
And we know it is a Pokemon butt, but we don't know which Pokemon butt. So, chat, you are about to see, everybody watching on Twitch, you are about to see a brand new Zoroma sprite that was created specifically for this event by Scala Kitty, who does all of our custom sprite work and music work and all these other amazing things that make, in my opinion, make the randomizer as special as it is.
So in other words, we could also be asking, who's that Pokemon?
That is true, actually. And meanwhile, Simbu, what are you doing over here? Actually, I know what you're doing, but it's pretty amazing.
So this is a kind of vanilla-ish strat. Golbez is really mean that he can cast Paralyze on your whole party, and if you override that with a different status effect, I will now no longer be paralyzed, and I can actually get a Starvel up before you start getting eaten up by Golbez.
Meanwhile, it is butt kicking time. His true colors emerged, and it is you donated for it.
That's good.
We have Garymus.
Garymus. And I didn't mean to imply that this fight is completely free for me. I do have to kind of focus here. But yeah, thank you so much for all your donations so that we could get this amazing Zoroma sprite. Debuted for you tonight.
Brand new sprite.
That's actually a really bad combination of things happening. And I lost Pound. We'll be okay. I'm more mad I lost an elixir.
Yeah, for some reason the game says, oh, you decided to use an item. You know what? That character died, so we're going to throw this into the void.
Tella survived.
Good job, Tella. I mean, Simbu.
Yeah, good job, Simbu. We got Hotbot and Trixie over on Simbu's screen.
Finally, Sid can do
I
something
think
useful.
I forgot to save, but just to make sure.
I will give advice to anyone playing the game. Save your game.
Yes.
Also, buy cabins. They're really useful.
All right.
Oops.
I should be fine now. I've got Yankus punching away. I've got Hotbot hammering away. I just need Lau to not die here. I'm out of Cure 3s, but I have plenty of elixirs. She has a Starveil up on her, so that's why I can't just. Well, I think I just wasted another elixir.
Did you just let me die?
Well, you were gonna die anyway.
Why did you just let me die, Blaze?
You know, it's a tough fight. Sometimes Simbu likes to take a nap on the floor.
I guess if
I just cast Nuke on the wrong character. Anyway, continue. We're good.
If Yangus is punching and Hotbot is hammering, would you say the two of them are the arm and hammer connection?
I would, sure. I see I'm not the only one that brought puns tonight. Alright, I kind of just need to hold on here for a minute and let the fight work through the next phase. And then I'll go ahead and get Palin back up and in action. There we go.
So I have a question. Am I loud to put in my own puns?
I think you are. I will allow it.
One thing I learned during just learning free enterprise is that when that black hole that Zeromus uses, or Garymus in this case, gets rid of all magics, it only affects the magics on the party. So if you throw a silk web at the beginning of the battle, it is still valid after the black hole.
Yeah, Silk Web is pretty much an essential item for that reason. It's doable. The Zeromus fight is doable without a Silk Web, but it's a lot scarier. Anyway, we're back to full power here. Time should actually be coming up for me relatively soon. It'll be when the final crack boom happens, and we might get a cue that that's about to happen as well.
Yeah, it's going to be close here.
If rocks start to fall, that is a good thing. We got...
But there we go.
Completely skipped media. How about that?
That's just how it goes sometimes. He's in the package, isn't he?
Yeah.
All right. GG's.
GG's to Moonblazewolf.
All right, let's find you, Edward.
Okay.
One of the things, and this is totally okay to do in 2v2, by the way, is I'm going to be able to look at the credits and see where the other key items are. And I'll go ahead and use that to our advantage tonight so that you can see Simbu finish the game off with some... would you say Edward is going to solo Zeromus?
In a way.
In a way. Okay, maybe with some help. Yeah. Edward is, in Free Enterprise, in some aspects, the most powerful character in the game. So, there's a lot of other cool Edward-related tech. We won't necessarily go into all of it, but we found some pretty remarkable things that you can do with Edward in the Free Enterprise community.
Yeah, let's just say the programmers didn't realize what Hyde could do in a lot of places.
Like the Zeromus fight.
The Zeromus fight. I mean, but of course they never intended him to be in these fights, so...
While you're checking the credits, I'm going to get my pass and my adamant.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I've seen this in a bunch of other randomizers too. It's not totally uncommon, but the location of some things will be revealed in the credits, and that's what we're going to use to find out exactly where that package is, so we can get Edward.
I mean, there's not really in a 2v2 situation, at least nowadays, there's not much utility to actually doing this, but it is kind of a nice little thing that we can do to make sure we find that Edward, since I think we know he's at the package spot, right?
I'm pretty sure. I think we checked everything else.
I think
I
so.
mean, we even checked Giants, so...
Yeah. I thought for sure he'd be at the Giant.
Well, when you don't want him, you get a whole bunch of Edwards. When you do want him, he's in the last place you can possibly check. Yeah, he is good at hiding, yes.
Oh no. Foo.
You're fine,
Fizrada,
just don't
hit
get
with the-
fissured.
It's going to happen, but Foo's got some HP to burn.
Okay. Nope, we know that one. We know that one.
An interesting thing about that last arm fight, if you're able to get a wall up on the character that's searched by then, before the magnet hits, you can reflect the magnet back onto the last arm and stun it.
We knew that one. That one's always the same.
I hope it's not that Bigen. That would be really nasty.
Oh, it could be.
Yeah, it'd just be rude.
We might have to consider Blaze getting. Wait, where am I going?
The moon. I am not versed in Edward strats comfortable enough to do it in a marathon setting. We know it's probably on the moon, so. Because I'm sure you cleared the entire underworld, right?
Most of it.
Okay.
Not
I haven't
Bigen.
found Luca Key yet.
Oh, true, true. Don't need you anymore.
Package and sealed cave. Calling
Oh,
it.
this could be it.
Oh, yeah, probably right.
That
Yep.
one. It's
Okay.
that chest. Right there. That one.
Great. So what's the chances of a red dragon being in it?
1 in 9. Actually, there's 2 red dragon fights, so 2 in 9.
We're going to grab the adamant first and maybe get some extra levels for my edge before we go all the way down there. But
You can do a pretty quick grind since you have 10 key items, so
yeah,
So another place where we've seen a couple of popular grinds in the D Machine grind, and we saw some eggs earlier. When you're here in the lunar subterrane, on a couple of specific floors, you can use that siren to summon a double King Ryu fight or gold dragons. They're worth if you get the life glitch on them at 10 key items, 180,000 experience for that fight. And that is a lot for one fight. They are also susceptible to hourglasses to be stopped, and you can use weak on them to kill them a lot faster as well.
okay.
oh, you're gonna get a slingshot on a little mini slingshot on your Trixie.
No, I'm not.
And,
I'm sorry, Trixie, but
She-
you're my agility anchor today since I didn't find a
Curse ring.
curse ring. So
you get one on Kane though.
you should also remind me where Starvells were because I might need some of those.
They were in. Well, I know they were in Tamra because I went there immediately after dying to Bahamut, and they were there taunting me.
Okay.
So do that. Really quick, while Simbu's doing a few of these kind of odds and ends, and we're getting ready for the, I guess it is going to be kind of our finale if you do that Zeromus fight with Edward. I just want to, I've already thanked a couple of people, but the whole free enterprise community is fantastic. Again, it's ff4fe.com. In particular, Boardface, who is the lead developer of the game. Thank you so much for everything that you do, including indulging me when I came to you and said, hey, I want to do a custom job dwarf job for this seed, and we made that happen, so thank you so much for that. Scala Kitty for the seeds, or the sprites and the songs that we mentioned. Also, I want to give a special shout out to Invenerable and Dark Paladin. They are kind of like the pioneers of the co-op or 2v2 format. They're the ones that kind of figured out a way that we could play this game with our buddies in a cooperative way, and honestly, I love this format so much. I've learned so much doing it, and it's one of the best ways to play the game, in my opinion. And in general, cooperative gaming, even speedrunning, I think we've seen a lot of that recently as kind of like a trend or just something that a lot of more people are trying or putting into speedruns in particular, because there's just some really fun dynamics about when you're playing games with your buddies in a co-op setting like this and you're still doing a speedrun. So to everybody out there who wants to do more co-op speedrunning, I would encourage it. I think it's a great way to do speedrunning, especially at marathon events like this, because we get to be a little bit entertaining in addition to showing off games and playing really fast. So just those special shout-outs. I just want to say thank you to everybody that helps in the free enterprise community. It's such an awesome Discord and community of gamers, so thank you so much.
So here we are in the karate fight, which will yield the adamant for Simbu.
Yeah, I'm kind of not set up for this to be extremely nice, but as long as we get a little bit of luck here, we should get through this really quickly.
Rivers kicking in with the heel.
Yeah, Rivers has done their job remarkably so far, so...
I think we inadvertently did find all the characters, by the way, for everybody who donated for the naming bid wars. So it wasn't specifically our intention coming into this, but I'm really glad that it worked out.
Yeah.
So.
Ooh, poor Rivers.
You did your job, Rivers. Good job.
I can just see I can imagine Rivers angry in Twitch chat right now. Probably angry at his own character, not angry at you. All right. Simbu is in go mode.
Not yet. I still need Eddie.
It's not a requirement to beat the game that you have Edward, but I guess.
I'm really scared for this trap chest because if it's dragons, I might have a bad day.
What spear does your cane have there?
A dragoon spear.
Oh, you're fine. The dragons are gonna have a bad day.
You could tell by the cool lightning thunder sound effect when Kane attacks with the Dragoon Spear.
I thought I saw that.
Yeah, I'm sorry that this setup is taking so long, but I promise you the wait will be worth it. It's something very spectacular to behold.
It's incredible.
The juice is absolutely worth the squeeze.
The first time I saw Kirchen do this, I pretty much fell out of my chair. So I think it's that one.
Yeah, the first time I saw Kirchen do
Okay.
it, I was doing commentary and I went berserk. So the only thing I could do is drink a Bacchus wine.
Come on.
Foo, please.
Well, it is not dragons. It is red giants.
We're going to just stop relying on weak. It's supposed to have a 75% hit rate. And
75% of the time, it works every time.
And that's even before taking in Fu's wisdom stat, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just not feeling it.
Yeah. Weak's gonna be a little bit weak sometimes. You just don't want it to happen at the wrong times.
These giants do have a lot of hit points to get through, though. There we go. That should make things easier.
The funny thing I just realized is you were mainly grinding so that you could beat this fight, not the Zeromus fight.
Yeah.
All right, let's go get that Edward.
Rivers, be useful.
Exit bot, cousin of Hotbot. Thanks again to Rex Raoul and Hotbot, by the way, for doing our tracking and extra commentary tonight, because Simbu and I needed to talk to each other quite a bit and focus on playing the game. And Rex is one of our best commentators, in my opinion, from our community races and all the other special events that we do. So you can hear him a lot on Twitch commentating this game, not just this run in particular. And he does play the game as well, quite well, I might add. We both had a good experience playing in the Free Enterprise League that's been going on throughout the summer, really. Hey, there he is.
We found a spoony bar.
We found a ferric. Oh, and then this thing. That's also a random thing. Yeah. Anna's. And the package was full of Edward's girlfriend. He's going to be extra angry.
That's pretty apropos considering he's here.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a correlation between the package character and the Huss sprite.
Probably not,
Okay.
but maybe Board specifically put this in for us. Like, he knew that this was going to happen.
I like to think of it as a happy accident.
And now, as we're going through all these cutscenes and everything, we realize why a lot of speedrunners try to avoid picking up the package character
Yeah, we don't have Edward
whenever
yet.
possible.
We technically do not have Edward yet. He's like in our possession, but not in our party.
You should have to make room in your inventory. Where's the inn, though?
The good news is we've already killed Golbez, we've already killed Wyvern, we've already killed Ogopogo. Everything that could conceivably mess me up right now, except for the gauntlet, is dead.
Well, you know what this is going to be now. I'm way wait for it.
Except for the gauntlet.
Oh, thank goodness.
The dolls.
It's the Calbrana dolls. I thought for sure it was going to be the gauntlet.
I actually need to kill my Rydia. It probably doesn't matter that much now, but
You could slingshot her on this fight.
yeah, I would prefer not to.
I think the XP for this fight is going to be like 300 or something like that. So I'm not.
Yeah, but that's like
gonna be even-
an extra 5 agility for.
It's gonna be even
Oh
less.
no! Oh no!
It's fine.
Ooh, 504.
I'll have to
7
double check
levels.
the numbers, but I might have to do 1 egg to get Edward enough agility. But hopefully not. I've got a crystal ring and a ninja hat for him. So
And we have time.
And this
Oh.
is like knowing exactly what agility you need for Edward in these fights. Because
mean-
if you don't have it set up right, then this is not going to go well. But if you have it set up right, it's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I will just mention at this point that Simbu is a trained professional, and this fight is very difficult, very technical, requires a lot of practice, and also just kind of
Like know-how.
trust, I would say too.
yeah.
So
I forgot I also have an Artemis bow, so we're fine.
okay, and a ninja hat, and a crystal ring. Those all add agility, so that's why I was listing them off.
Yeah, so we're fine here. Just for the small amount of math, I need Edward to have more than 2.5 times the agility of Rydia. So she has 8, so I need more than 20 agility. With the stuff I put on him, he should have 21 or more agility, so we're fine.
You gave him 18 worth of agility, so. Edward is also a deceptively fast character. Normally you don't get to play with him long enough to find out in the vanilla game, but he's really speedy at the high end.
One of the reasons why when the spoon flag is on and you've got him equipped with a spoon, he's so
Yes.
dangerous is that he can hit often as well. Yes. Spoony 255.
We do not have the spoon flag enabled in this flag set, just so everybody knows. So Edward will not be a spoony bard, but he will still. He's going to do some pretty amazing things here. So
Oh, he'll be a spoony bard. He just won't equip the spoon.
yes, he might stare longingly at the spoon in Simbu's inventory.
So Blaze, how's your math?
I actually used to be a high school math teacher, so what do you
Okay.
need to know?
I need you help me count. Is the hardest thing in the entire game is counting.
Okay, how high do I have to count?
61,000.
What? Okay, I can do that. Thankfully, I don't have to do it one at a time.
No, you're going to go by 17s.
You got time for a couple donations?
Yeah, go
Before we hit
ahead.
the Z fight? All right, so we got $10 from Oasis that says, taking it over the finish line, 1900 hype. Let Simbu pick where this goes. And then $20 from Bahamut X that says, shout out to Blaze and Simbu, doing a great job representing the free enterprise community. Also, since this is in Minnesota, go Packers.
Oh,
Wow,
Them's fighting words.
I forgot one thing. I need some more Starvels for this to work, but
well,
it's going to be okay.
while he's getting those star veils, let's give it up for 1900.
I don't want to get too greedy here, but I think we can also get over 2,000 by the time Simbu finishes this Zeromus fight. So let's get 2,000, guys and gals, and everybody in Twitch chat. Come on. This is not something you see every day, what Simbu's about to do here, so I'm going to let you do your thing. Good luck.
It'll be okay.
I'll help you count.
Okay. I'm going to need that.
Okay. That's what friends are for.
We get our Serpent Road sound effect.
Gary's not going to know what's coming. Got Ferric ready to go here.
And this is default, I believe, level 5 Edward, or Ferric in this case.
Yep. The freshest of Edwards.
His true colors emerged. Yeah, Edward, I agree. Garymus is very scary.
The hiding was intentional.
I have to personally say I like this sprite because I did a Pokemon Blue speed run earlier today.
That's right.
Okay, 1.4.
3.2.
Once again, that silk web, very important.
So is it cool to read a couple, or do you need to focus?
You can read. I'll be good.
Okay. So we got a couple of big ones here, thanks to the call-outs from Blaze. We got $180 from Strauss12. Thank you very much for your donation, Strauss. And it says, oops, did we make it? Also throw Kirby.
Not again.
And then we have $100 from the original Xbox. that says, as you wish.
So not only did we get to 2,000, we clobbered it at 2,200 right now. Great job, everybody.
I think you were at 10-4. Does that sound right? 16.
With that, $2,200 is a new record for us. So thank you, everybody who did donate during this marathon so far.
We still got a whole day.
And we
right?
still got a whole day tomorrow, so we can keep it climbing.
All right, this isn't looking too good, Simbu.
Yeah, all your
That's
characters are dead except for the hiding Ferric.
We're going to sit here for a second, just so that everything gets set up correctly. But essentially, Gary here is about to do another Big Bang, and then his first action is going to be Virus. And then we're going to get a little bit of a rhythm going here.
The Zeromus fight is completely scripted, so a big part of why this works is Simbu knows the script pretty much by memory at this point.
I feel a little bit. We're going to, because I had to grab the Starvells, we're going to hide this one time, and then we're going to start showing Zeromus what is what. So the traditional Eddy strats that we've started calling them, or Kirchen strats, involves me using a Starvel, me using the crystal, Gary Miss is going to be like, I hate you using the crystal on me, die. And Eddie's like, no, I don't want to die.
Bounces right off.
And then Eddie's just going to say, goodbye.
That's the I'm rubber, you're glue strategy.
You still got the count, Blaze?
I think you're at about 20.
Unfortunately, this strat's a little bit slow doing it this way, so I'm going to add something in here in a minute just to show up how you can speed this up a little bit, but just kind of wanted to show the general strat you can use for even a level 1 Eddy to take this on. It doesn't matter who you have in your party. As long as you have enough Starvells, you can't lose this fight.
Let's say 2.1.
The,
Or 20,001.
the doing 1,500 HP a pop, it's going to be a long fight. That's why we're going to soup it up.
Oh yeah, that virus doesn't hit you either. 22k. You know what you gotta do, right?
I do.
Okay.
I just need to get a little bit of damage going first.
You're fine.
If Simbu said that he didn't know what he was going to do, then I'd be wondering why we're showcasing this.
24. 25. 27. 28 and a half. 30.
So this revival of Edge here and berserking him up, letting him get some extra attacks in, is what's going to speed this up. Especially a fast character like Edge, who can get in a bunch of attacks after that Bacchus comes in.
And this is all possible because of that super low agility anchor, by the way, as well, including the fact that Edge is going to get this many attacks in.
So we're probably up to 36, give or take.
I think it's a little, yeah, 35, 36. Why are we counting?
Because I've got a plan.
Okay.
Actually, would you like to explain why there's a point where I cannot Zerk Edge anymore?
So Zeromus actually, when you fight him at any point in the vanilla game, the original version of the game, you're very likely going to have to deal about 102,000 damage to kill him. But the problem with that in the way the game is coded is the game doesn't have the value necessary to give Zeromus 100,000 hit points. So what the game does is it initiates what we call a refill, HP refill. And I believe that refill happens anytime he's physically attacked after 40... Is it 45? Or?
Yes.
Okay. So anytime he takes any kind of direct damage after 45,000 damage is dealt to him, his hit points refill back to either 51,000, or you can think about it as he goes down to having taken 0 damage, whichever way you prefer. The key word there is takes direct damage. So if we do indirect damage to him, say for example with reflected nuke spells, or another one would be him actually nuking off of the star veils that we were putting up on Edward earlier and bouncing back onto himself. That doesn't trigger the hit point refill to happen. So we actually have some really specific strategies in the free enterprise community, not just for this specific strategy with the Ferric/Edward strats, but when you fight Zeromus with enough mages, you can actually do all of your damage, or all of your final damage, through those reflected spells, and you essentially cut your Zeromus fight in half and only have to deal 51,000 damage instead of 100,000 damage or so.
And that goes back to what we were talking about earlier when dealing with the concept of how counterattacks work in this game, because once again, you're reflecting, bypassing what's kind of considered to be a counter to that direct physical attack, and reflect gets around that.
This is a little bit sketchy. No! Come on, Eddie. Hide, 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 hide.
If you lose it, it's okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I accidentally mismenued there, unfortunately. I was trying to get a little bit too ambitious, so unfortunately we wiped here. Sometimes it happens, but what would have happened is if I reflected one more nuke, then Zeromus would have been at about 52 or 53,000 total damage dealt, and then I would have revived Edge and thrown the spoon at him to get the spoon kill. But unfortunately, I accidentally went down one too many, so...
That's all it takes.
Yeah.
But hey, that was a valiant effort. It's really hard to do that. I think, I mean, I beat the game. You were doing a showcase Zeromus fight instead of beating the game as well. So I think we're about ready to call it good.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts from you, Simbu?
No, I mean, you went through and thanked everyone from the Discord. Thanks again to the Marathon people for having us. It was a lot of fun to come out here. We had a great time. Just thanks for all the generosity. It's great that I see we're over 2,200. So thanks for all the donations, everyone. It's been an honor. And GG, Blaze. It was nice to actually get to meet you in person and actually play next to each other.
Yeah. We've been playing over Discord for almost a year now, and we finally got to do this in person, and there's something awesome about that for us internet people. So thanks again. It's been fun.
and give it up for Simbu and Blaze.
Yeah. Claps. Clap emotes in chat, people. Let's do it. All right, that was Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise by moonblazewolf and simbu9. Coming up next is Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage.